Stop. Just for a second. Stop the interrogation. If you've ever stood in your kitchen in Chicago or a living room in Los Angeles, looking down at your child while they look you dead in the eye and tell a blatant lie, you know that sinking feeling in your chest. You feel disrespected. You feel like you're failing as a parent. And honestly, you feel a little bit scared for their future. You think, if they're lying about a broken toy at age 6, what will they lie about at 16? But here is the truth that will change everything. You are likely holding your child's honesty hostage without even realizing it. Most parents treat lying as a moral failing or a discipline problem that needs to be crushed with consequences. But child psychology tells us something radically different. Children don't lie because they are bad or manipulative. They lie because, in that moment, honesty doesn't feel safe. Today, we are going to break down why the detective approach is ruining your relationship and exactly how to build a truth-safe home. Let's look at the numbers because they are startling. Research shows that by age 4, nearly 90% of children have figured out how to lie. By age 6, it becomes a daily occurrence for many. But here is the kicker. Only about 5% of parents know that their reaction to the lie is actually what trains the child to become a better liar next time. In high-achieving circles, from the private schools of Manhattan to the tech hubs of San Francisco, there's a massive pressure for kids to be perfect. When a child feels that pressure, the cost of a mistake becomes too high to admit. Have you ever been in this situation? Situation 1. You walk into the bathroom and see blue toothpaste smeared across the mirror. You know it was your son. You ask, "Did you do this?" He looks at the mirror, looks at you, and says, "No." You get angry. You say, "Don't lie to me. I can see it's you." The result? He doesn't learn not to mess with toothpaste. He learns that you are a person to be feared when he makes a mess. Situation 2. Your daughter is supposed to be doing her math homework in her room in a quiet suburb of Atlanta. You walk in and see her quickly sliding her phone under her pillow. You ask, "Were you on TikTok?" She says, "No, I was just looking for my calculator." You know she's lying. You yell, you take the phone away for a week. The result? Next time, she'll just be faster at hiding the phone. She won't stop the behavior, she'll just refine the lie. Situation 3. The classic cookie lie. Crumbs on the face, hand in the jar, and a flat-out denial. If these sound familiar, you aren't alone. Over 85% of American parents fall into the interrogation trap. When we act like a prosecutor instead of a parent, we trigger the child's amygdala, the lizard brain. This creates a fight, flight, or freeze response. To a child, a lie is flight. It's an escape hatch. According to a 20-year study from the University of Toronto, children who are raised in punitive environments where every mistake leads to a trial actually become the most prolific and skilled liars as adults. They learn to navigate the world by hiding their true selves to survive. Why is this so incredibly important right now? Because we are in the golden window of brain development. Between the ages of 5 and 12, your child is hardwiring their internal compass. If you miss the chance to make honesty feel safe during these years, the teenage years will become a black box. You won't know where they are, who they're with, or what they're struggling with, because you've spent a decade proving that the truth results in pain. Think of it like a bridge. Every time you punish a child for an admitted mistake, you pull a plank off that bridge. Eventually, the gap is too wide to cross. This doesn't just affect their relationship with you. It impacts their integrity in school, their future career in places like Wall Street or Silicon Valley, and their ability to have healthy, transparent marriages later in life. A study published in the Journal of Experimental Child Psychology found that children who feel autonomy supported, meaning they can admit faults without fear of losing their parents' love, have significantly lower rates of anxiety and depression in their 20s. So, what is the exclusive solution? In top-tier developmental clinics, they use a method called the Truth Safety Method, or TSM. It's based on the work of Dr. Victoria Talwar, one of the world's leading experts on childhood lying. The goal isn't to catch the liar, it's to make the lie unnecessary. TSM has 3 core principles. Principle 1, connection over correction. Principle 2, remove the trial. Principle 3, focus on the fix. Unlike the common detective method that focuses on why did you do it and why are you lying, TSM focuses on I see what happened and I'm here to help you fix it. For example, instead of saying, "Did you break this vase?" which is a trap, you say, "Oh no, the vase broke. That's a bummer. Let's figure out how to clean it up safely." See the difference? In the first scenario, the child thinks, "I'm in trouble. I must hide." In the second, they think, "I made a mess, and my parent is my partner in fixing it." Let's look at how this plays out in real-world scenarios. Situation, the iPad. You find your kid on it at 11 p.m. The old way. "Have you been on this all night? You lied about going to sleep." The TSM way. "Hey, I see the iPad is out. It's really hard to put those screens away because they're designed to be addictive, isn't it? Let's put it in the charging station downstairs so your brain can rest." You aren't letting them off the hook. You are acknowledging the struggle that led to the deception. This works because of a biological mechanism called oxytocin. When a child feels understood, oxytocin floods the brain, lowering cortisol. They move out of survival mode and into learning mode. A 10-year study from McGill University followed 400 families. Group A used traditional punishment for lying. Group B used truth safety. After 5 years, Group B's children were 30% more likely to voluntarily confess to a mistake than Group A. They didn't lie less because they were better kids. They lied less because they didn't need to lie. Now, I want to give you a detailed 4-week checklist to transform your home. This isn't a quick fix, it's a lifestyle shift. Before you start, you need a mindset shift. The old belief, my child is lying to disrespect me. The new belief, my child is lying because they are afraid of my reaction. Week 1, the ceasefire. Your goal this week is simple. Stop the why. Stop asking, "Why did you do that?" or "Why are you lying?" These are dead-end questions. Instead, just observe. When you see a lie happening, don't pounce. Just count how many times you feel the urge to interrogate. Most parents realize they trap their kids 10 to 15 times a day. Your mantra this week? I am a consultant, not a cop. What will happen? You'll feel uncomfortable. You'll feel like they are getting away with it. But you're actually just clearing the smoke so you can see the fire. Week 2, the observation formula. This week, we start the observation formula. Instead of a question, Use a statement. If the milk is spilled, don't ask, "Did you spill this?" Say, "I see milk on the floor." If the homework isn't done, say, "I see the math folder is still closed." This removes the interrogation room vibe. You are stating a fact. The child doesn't have to defend themselves because you haven't attacked. By day 4, you'll notice something strange. They might actually say, "Yeah, I spilled it." When they do not punish. Say, "Thanks for telling me. Let's get the paper towels." You are rewarding the truth more than you are punishing the accident. Week 3, the joint fix. Now we add the fix. After you state the observation, you ask, "How can we make this right?" This teaches accountability without the shame. Example: "I see the wall has crayon on it. That's not where we draw. How can we get this off?" This teaches the child that the consequence is the work of fixing the mistake, not the pain of your anger. A mother in Houston tried this with her 7-year-old who constantly lied about brushing his teeth. Instead of, "Did you brush?" she said, "The toothbrush is dry. Let's go do a 2-minute scrub together so your teeth stay strong." Within 2 weeks, the lying stopped because the scolding was gone. Week 4, the open inquiry. Finally, we shift the control. When your child comes to you with a problem, instead of giving a solution or a lecture, ask, "What do you think the next step should be?" Or, "How do you feel about how that went?" You are moving them from a dependent liar to an independent problem solver. If they ask, "Are you mad?" don't say, "Yes." Say, "I'm disappointed the vase broke, but I'm really happy you told me the truth. That takes a lot of courage." You are literally labeling them as courageous and truth tellers. They will start to live up to those labels. Let's integrate this into a daily routine. Morning. You see they haven't made their bed. Don't ask, "Did you make your bed?" Say, "The bed is waiting for its blankets. Want to help me tuck them in?" Afternoon. They come home with a bad grade. Instead of, "Did you get your test back?" say, "I'm ready to see any papers you have, even the tough ones. I'm on your team no matter what the red ink says." Evening. The classic, "I brushed my teeth" lie. You check the brush, it's dry. You say, "Looks like the brush missed the water. Let's go give it a soak." Remember, this is about the long game. A study from the University of Virginia found that the most successful adults, those with the highest levels of emotional intelligence, reported that their parents were safe harbors. They knew they could go home and admit they'd messed up a project or even broken a law, and their parents would help them navigate the consequences rather than adding more shame to the pile. In the high-pressure world of 2024, your child is already being judged by everyone: teachers, peers, social media. Don't let their home be another place of judgment. Make it the one place where the truth is the safest thing they can say. If you start this today, if you stop the interrogation and start the truth safety method, you will see a change in your child's eyes within 48 hours. The defensiveness will drop, the shoulders will relax, and for the first time, you won't be a detective looking for a criminal. You'll be a parent looking at a child who finally feels safe enough to be honest. If you found this helpful, share it with a parent who is struggling with the lie trap. We need to change the culture of parenting from one of fear to one of safety. I'll see you in the next session, where we dive deep into the Screen Time Peace Treaty. Until then, keep the bridge open.